Your cat has a favourite person, not the person who feeds them most, not the person who plays with them most, not even the person who loves them most, the person they chose. And if you live with other people, your cat has already made this decision, quietly, without telling anyone, based on criteria that have nothing to do with who deserves it most. The question is whether it's you. Here is exactly how they decide. Let's get the biggest myth out of the way immediately. Food does not determine the favourite. This surprises people, because we assume the cat who gets fed becomes the cat who is loved. In some animals, that logic holds, not in cats. Research on feline attachment shows that cats form their deepest bonds not based on who provides resources, but based on the quality and consistency of social interaction. Specifically, the kind of interaction that respects feline social rules. Your cat is not looking for the person who gives the most. They are looking for the person who understands them best, the person who lets them approach on their own terms, who reads their signals correctly, who has never forced a hold, never stared them down, never followed when they clearly needed distance. The person who, without quite knowing it, has been behaving like a fluent speaker of feline social language. That is who gets chosen. And it often surprises the entire household, because the person who feeds the cat every single day, who assumes the bond is theirs by right, is often not the one the cat chose. And why that is something most people never understand. Until now, your cat has been running an ongoing assessment of every person in your home, right now, continuously, since the day they arrived, and none of you knew you were being evaluated. How do they move, predictably or erratically? Do they crouch to my level or reach down from above? Do they read my signals when I want space? Or do they follow me anyway? Does their energy stay consistent or shift without warning? Every variable has been logged, silently, over weeks and months. Your cat is not choosing the most affectionate person. They are choosing the most readable person, the person whose behaviour can be predicted, the person in whose presence the world feels like a place that makes sense. Because safety, not love, is the primary currency of feline attachment. Think about that for a moment. The person who moves calmly, who speaks softly, who waits instead of reaches, who has accidentally been behaving like a creature your cat already understands. That person becomes the favourite, and they often have no idea why their cat always ends up on their side of the room. If you're already thinking about who in your household that person is, hit like, because this comment section is about to get very interesting. Subscribe to Flora. The most important chapter is still coming. Here is the part that changes everything. The choosing is not permanent. A cat's favourite can shift, slowly, rarely, but it happens. And when it does, the reason is almost always the same. Someone in the household changed their behaviour, and the cat noticed. The person who used to chase stopped. The person who used to force contact learned to wait. The person who used to stare learned the slow blink. Cats don't hold grudges in the human sense. What they hold is a continuously updated model of who each person is, and that model can be rewritten. This is the most important thing in this entire video, because it means the question isn't only who your cat has chosen, it is whether you are actively being the kind of person worth choosing. Are you consistent? Are you readable? When they come to you, do you honour it? Or do you immediately reach, immediately pick up, immediately take more than they offered? The person who wins the favourite position is rarely the loudest lover. They're almost always the quietest, the most patient, the one who learned, without realising it, to love in a language the cat can actually receive. So how do you know if you are the one? Your cat will tell you, not in words, in a pattern of choices that, once you know what to look for, is completely unmistakable. They sleep on your side of the bed when you're not in it, not the warmer spot, not the middle, your side, where your scent is most concentrated. They appear within minutes of you sitting down, not when you call, when you become still, as if they have been monitoring your movements all day and stillness is the signal they were waiting for. They position themselves toward you in shared spaces, even when they seem to be sleeping. One paw angled in your direction, the tail curled toward your side of the room, and the one that is hardest to miss, they slow blink at you, specifically you, across the room, in the middle of completely ordinary moments, for no visible reason. That is not random. That is your cat looking at the person they chose and saying, in the only language available to them, I see you. You are mine. I am still choosing you. Your cat's favourite person is not a competition. It is not a prize to be won by loving harder. It is the result of 1,000 small moments your cat noticed, and you probably forgot. The time you let them come to you instead of reaching. The time you sat on the floor to be at their level. Every time you read the flick of their tail and stepped back. Every slow blink offered without expecting one in return. Your cat was watching all of it. And somewhere in that accumulation of quiet moments, they made their choice. If it is you, you will feel it. Not loudly, in that specific quiet way a cat reserves for only one person in the world. And if it is not you yet, now you know exactly what to do. Start being the kind of person a cat would choose. They are paying closer attention than you know.